guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw in the Chick-fil-A studios. It is Monday, March 6th. Let's jump right into this. We have a stacked show today. I'm really excited. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you all having you all here. For those that don't know you, before I get too much further, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with. Please, ma'am.
So my name is Presley Manning, and we're here with Next Level Basketball.
And I'm Charlie Scott.
I am MJ Johnson with Next Level Basketball.
Roger that. Well, we are so happy to have you guys. I'm glad that you guys reached out because I was a little bit ignorant to this league, and I'm glad I'm finding out about it. Would you mind giving me a synopsis or kind of who you guys are with the spring and summer basketball league? Tell me a little bit about it.
Yes, this is our second year with Next Level Basketball. Just wanted to start something to give an opportunity for some of the younger girls in this area to play basketball after high school. There are other organizations in Victoria, but it was something that I saw that could have been a need, and I just wanted to make sure that I gave my services to it to help these young ladies grow in the game that they love to the best of my ability.
Outstanding, and this is a league, and forgive me, it's been a while since I've been in high school, and so I don't remember how all this stuff goes. You're not in the normal in-school season of basketball is not going, so this is an off-season league that picks up to kind of keep them going and training. Is that kind of how it works?
Correct. This is select basketball, so we're in Victoria, so most people know club volleyball.
Yes, sir.
So this is the club basketball aspect of what that is. So after the season is over, we have our select basketball season, so the girls who want to keep progressing their game, learning the game, getting a little bit better for their next basketball season in school, they'll play select basketball, and we'll play this from March all the way through July.
Outstanding. Awesome. And if I recall correctly, this is your first year and your second year. Is that right?
Yes.
Good deal. So we'll start with you. You excited for your first year of doing this?
Yes.
What grade are you in?
I'm in 11th grade.
Roger that. And so this is your first year doing it. Are you pretty excited?
Yes, I'm really excited. Coach MJ, he was our coach during the season. It was my first year to play in high school this year, so I really liked it, and I got back to the love of the game to just really love it. So I just really wanted, get better for next season.
And I think that's really cool because when I was in school, you finished the season and then you had to wait until the next season. And it was a whole year. If you weren't playing at your buddy's house in the driveway or something, you weren't playing, And so I think that's really awesome. And then you're returning for your second year. How'd the first year go?
Well, that was my first year with MJ, but I had played previous years before this.
Okay.
But I definitely saw an improvement from the coaching aspect, so I improved as a player.
Outstanding.
So,
Yeah, it's funny how that works. You get you a good coach and sky's the limit on stuff like that.
Yes.
So are you pumped for the second year then to really make your mark and let them know who you are?
And a lot of the returning players from my school are coming, so it's nice to get that connection so we can hopefully have it during summer.
And I think it's neat that y'all are at different schools and you get to play together because that's, now that I'm too old for all that stuff, I'll train jujitsu, but we'll bounce into other schools and people will cross train with each other to get that, and it always helps you to get out of your comfort zone and get with, you've been playing with the same people, you've been playing with the same people, and now you get a new look. And so and new teammates and help to grow your footprint. I think that's awesome. What do you guys still need? So we're past the season. Athletes can no longer join the team, correct? You already have your team. You're set to go. But you guys need fans and sponsors, correct?
Correct.
Good deal. So if I wanted to be a sponsor, I just heard about this league. I'm super excited. What would I need to do and what all is out there available to me if I want to support you guys?
For sponsorships, which will definitely help us out with our organization, help with the girls getting their jerseys, practice shirts, and shooting shirts, and of course the gym fees, because the biggest part of it all is the jerseys for all of the girls and then paying the gym fees so that we're able to practice to get better. You can reach out to me personally, MJ Johnson on Facebook. We have our Facebook page for our organization called Crossroads Next Level Athletes. So it's not basketball, it's athletes, because I just want to recognize these girls as not just basketball players, but as athletes. So you can reach out at Crossroads Next Level Athletes, and if you need to, you can call or text my phone, and the number is 979-758-1085, and we have very good opportunities that you're able to sponsor, and we'll make sure that we throw your name out with everything that we do to make sure that you get recognized for sponsoring our young ladies.
Outstanding, and what an opportunity to be in the second year of this, to get in on the ground floor and really be a part of the growth of this as it continues to get bigger and stuff. So I think that's really cool. Now I'll tell you this, I appreciate the fact that you guys already had this bond and reverence with your coach, because oftentimes as an athlete, you just need somebody to believe in you, and then when you have that, when you have a coach that really cares and is very sincere and wanted to see you grow, you're willing to go and lay it all out on the line and all that. Because I had some good coaches and I had some that I'd rather not have twice, but those ones, I'm 44 years old, and the Coach Hilliard that was good to me, to this day, I'd be loyal to that man. You know, if he called me and asked me to jump, I would say, yes, sir, coach, how high? You know, and I'm 44. So take this opportunity, use it, be happy with it, and go kick some butt. Go kick some butt, show them who you are, make your marks, and let them know. And hopefully we'll see you up here in another year when you're talking about year 2, year 3, and ready to make a big mark. Anything I'm forgetting, my friend?
No, just appreciate the opportunity to have us here.
Absolutely. Well, I look forward to having you all on again, and I want to keep me updated on the games and stuff. I want to see how this goes. Maybe we'll sneak over and watch one, and I would offer to play with y'all, but y'all aren't ready for this. So I'm terrible. I'm terrible. We don't even want to play that game. But thank you all so much for coming on. I really do appreciate it. I look forward to your season. Guys, make sure you sponsor them. If you want to be a part of this, get in now with these young athletes. Help them to progress through and find that next level, because it's important to have the support of the community. So let's take a quick word from our sponsor and we'll be right back. I love the taste of the holidays. And when I'm in the mood for a warm-up, I order a cup full of cozy chicken tortilla soup. It's hearty, spicy, and creamy. These holiday menu items are only available for a limited time. Good thing I already ordered mine on my Chick-fil-A app through team member delivery.
All right, so first we take our venison, run it through the grinder, get it nice and ground up, ready for the sausage. Next, we've got all our pork all cubed up, ready to go. Run that through the grinder, equal parts. 25 pounds pork, 25 pounds of venison. Now that we've got those all mixed up, we're gonna go ahead and add our seasoning. We're gonna go ahead and just give that a good mixy mix. Get all your pork, venison, and seasoning all blended together. Get your jalapenos, cut the tops off of them, and then dice them up real fine. Toss those into your mix. Next, rain your cheese in. Don't put it in, rain it in. And give all that a good mixy mix. Now let's load it all up into our stuffer. Once you've got all your sausage cased up, we're gonna go ahead and do the skip link. Make a link, skip a link, spin it forwards. Next time you link it, you're gonna spin it backwards.
Awesome. Looks like my Chick-fil-A delivery has arrived. Guys, I'm gonna dig into this, but don't forget this is only available for a limited time, so get yours ordered today. All right, guys, we are back. As you can see, we've got a full deck right here, ready to go. I'm excited for this one because like most things, I didn't know much about it, but I'm learning my way through now. Young lady, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with.
Okay, so I'm Tiffany Hutton, and I'm with the Victoria Cobras. I am the girls' basketball coach.
Outstanding. And young lady, we'll just go down the line.
Okay.
You are?
I am Madeline Rollins.
Outstanding.
I'm Cecilia Bonus.
Coach?
Diego Pickens.
Gotcha.
Judah Pickens.
And big man.
Elijah Pickens.
Outstanding. Well, thank you guys for coming here. I am excited to learn about you all because you guys have something big coming up next Monday. You guys are going to the NCHBC National Tournament.
Yes,
Sounds
sir.
pretty awesome. And my understanding is it's the first time for the ladies and the third time for the boys, correct?
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
Outstanding. Well, congratulations on the first time. That's a
Thank
big
you.
deal. That's really exciting. Fellas, thanks for holding it down and going third year in a row. Coach, we'll start with you down there on this end. How does it, this is the third year for the boys. It's an exciting thing. What can we do as a community to make sure we get out there and support them? How's the season going? Obviously, you're heading to nationals, so it's going good. You guys feel ready and pumped and all that stuff?
Well, absolutely. Definitely just showing recognition to our athletes. I mean, we work hard. This being our third season, our first season we won. And in our district, second season came up a little short. This season we're 30-6, so trying to repeat. Just showing recognition to our athletes. We had a guy, Isaac Sauceda, who went all district this year. So just supporting us, recognizing these athletes, giving them opportunities to maybe play at the next level, and just making sure that they were getting recognized for their hard work, because it's a long season, it's a long grind, and they work very, very hard. And also the parents sacrifice so much for these athletes to be able to play. So just being able to recognize these athletes and their parents and all the hard work they put into it.
Outstanding. And I skipped right over the most important part, and forgive me. Tell me a little bit about this league to begin with. Who are the Victoria Cobra Athletics? What is this league? If I just dropped in today and don't know a thing about it, what is it?
Well, it's been around actually for 25 years, right? So I believe it started with a basketball team. Since then, it's grown. We have 6-man football, baseball, softball, volleyball, and this is for junior high and high school athletes. Some sports start as young as 5th grade, but most are 7th. And we just exist to provide an avenue for homeschool students. We do, like Maddie attends Crossroads Futures Academy. Those are like 2-day-a-week programs that partner with parents to still get that sort of homeschool kind of best of both worlds. So we exist to provide sport opportunities, athletic opportunities for the kids. And like I was talking to Diego earlier, it's not just about athletics. It is a Christian-based program. And so our goal is to teach good sportsmanship and to build character. And I think overall we're able to accomplish that.
Well, I think that's outstanding because one of the biggest things that I've always ever heard, the negative stereotypes about homeschooling is, well, you don't get any athletics and you don't get any sports and you don't get to mingle with everybody, so everybody's gonna be weird and all this. And it just could not be further from the truth. And it's really exciting to know that you have these programs out there where these homeschooled athletes are able to take advantage of that. You know, I know my son will be homeschooled, and so it's exciting for me to know that these options are out there, and especially that you're able to be a proud Christian out on the field and nobody's going to tackle you for trying to pray before a game. And I think that in itself is pretty awesome and something to stand behind and be proud of. And so, I again, thank you. I think this is neat. What do you think? You excited to go for your first one here?
Oh, I'm super excited. I feel very confident about our team going into this. And we've put in a lot of hard work, so I'm very, very excited.
I mean, they didn't take it easy on you in sports and just fluff you up and tell you all this stuff? You had to work for it?
Yes, for sure.
It's funny how that works. Well, I think it's spectacular because I can tell you guys one thing. If you will learn these lessons now and take, your opportunities to get to do this as you get older and older will grow smaller and smaller, but the lessons you learn out here and on the field and on the court, if you apply that winning mentality to life, it will transfer and it will go with you. And there reaches a point where you wake up and you're like, man, I'm old and those days are behind me, but you take those lessons with you and they can help you translate to business and to everything else. And so it's really exciting to me to see you guys because believe it or not, at one point I was there, and how quickly it passes. And so, take advantage of it. Fellas, have each of you all played in this? I know your team has advanced before, but have you fellas actually played in this tournament before? Or is this your first year too?
I've played in all 3 years.
You look like you could dunk already. Like, I don't think I'd want to take you out. Can you already throw down all the, can you dunk yet?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see how you threw up? Yeah, no big deal. Like, I'd break an ankle trying to do that. But no, what from the community aspect can we do to best support you guys? I know you said recognition and that's great. You guys have the Victoria Cobra Athletics Facebook page so people can go in and sponsor you or watch you guys that way. Do you need community sponsorships? Do you all need fiscal donations? Is that something that will help you all for travel, stuff like that? Can people contribute to that to support you guys?
Definitely. The girls were actually doing a bake sale this Saturday, so we try to do things like that. In the fall, we usually do like a big raffle, so people in the community might have Cobra athletes knocking on their door asking, to purchase raffle tickets. I'm trying to think.
No, and that's great. And when that next one comes up, you let us know. We'll make sure we help you get those raffle tickets out there. Ladies and gentlemen, is there anything I'm forgetting that you all want me to make sure I get out to the people to let them know? And I just can't believe how casual you are about dunking. Like, that's pretty cool. And you're like, yeah, I dunk what? So that's anything you guys want to get out, let them know before we move on?
If I'm not mistaken, over the past years, they do actually stream the tournament on YouTube.
Outstanding.
So I know at least the championship games, those last days on the 17th and 18th of March, those games should be available on YouTube if anybody's interested in watching.
Do you happen to know off the top of your head, and if not, we can try to find it and add it magically through the Power TV below, but do you happen to know off the YouTube channel or where to find that?
The NCHBC YouTube channel. So if you just type that in, National Homeschool Basketball, you should be able to find those.
I think is it Baller TV that also broadcasts all the games?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You have to have a subscription to that, but that's an avenue for people to watch
outstanding.
if they want.
No, that's great. Well, good luck. I hope you guys go over there and win and represent us well, and keep fighting the fight. And as you get older, the world's going to come against you more and more, and things like praying before games are going to tell you you're wrong for it and all that, but you're not. And you keep fighting the fight and doing what you do, and we're proud of you and we support you guys, and keep us posted. Let us know, and at the next raffle, make sure you tell us and we'll be there. Guys, let's take a quick break from our sponsor. We'll be right back with our next guest.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach and Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
We are back. We are with a buddy of mine. I met this guy years ago, and from the first time I met him, he's just been one of the kindest people I've ever met. He's always been just very uplifting, very positive. And once again, you're out here doing positive things and trying to help a positive group, and so we appreciate you for that. But for those that don't know you, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are here with today.
Thanks, Gail. My name is Brad Miner. I'm a 15-year liver in Victoria. Absolutely love being down here. My wife and I transferred out here and absolutely fell in love with the place and couldn't be happier to be here. And I worked oil field for 10 years, and now that I am disabled, have a lot of time on my hands, so we do a lot of volunteer work. My wife is a teacher here in town, and my kids help me with a lot of my volunteer work. And right now I'm with the Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary, and we are doing a big fish fry this Friday. And what we do as the DAVA and also the DAV, and you've had Miss Suzanne with you on your show, and so I won't tell everybody everything, but we try to help disabled veterans and doing their day-to-day, anything we can do to uplift them and help them in any way and give a positive feed for them, because we don't want them to ever feel that they're the forgotten few.
Right.
And anything that we can do for them, we try to accomplish. And we are a nonprofit organization. We are not funded by any government, funding. So we are completely self-sufficient. And if it wasn't for our supporters from our communities, if it wasn't for fundraisers that we provide, or we try to provide, we would fall on our faces.
That'd be it.
And we would have nothing. And we want to thank our community for being such great partners with us, and we just try to get our foot in the door any place we can. And I know you're a great spokesman for this community and this area, and we appreciate you even letting us come over here and at least take a minute to try to talk about it.
No,
So,
I'll tell you, I'm grateful because as a veteran, anybody that I always say that to guarantee the next round and next generation of veterans, we've got to take care of the ones that have already agreed to serve and already
Amen.
signed their name to the dotted line, and a lot of them don't make it home because that's the risk you're willing to take when you sign up in the military. And I think it's very important that as the world continues to kind of get weird and squirrely and all this, that we make sure that our veterans are taken care of, and it's a big shift for them a lot of times to come from the military world where a lot of the stuff that the civilian world fights and argues about isn't very important in the military, because you're with your brother, your sister, and all that stuff just kind of fades away. But then all of a sudden you find yourself getting out and you're back in the real world, and it's an adjustment curve for a lot of these guys, and especially if they have injuries, and you all in particular, the disabled veterans. My brother being a SEAL, he left a lot of his body out on the battlefield. His knees are busted. He's deaf in one ear. He still looks phenomenal.
Right.
It still kind of makes me jealous, but he left it all out there. And so I sincerely appreciate the bottom of my heart as taking care of these veterans and showing how to honor them to guarantee that we have that next generation of people that say, hey, I want to step up and serve.
Most definitely.
And we did the Vietnam guys dirty, and we didn't do them right. And I think it's really cool how we've looped back around, and we're really trying to take care of our veterans now.
And we go even a step further. We've actually got a junior auxiliary group that is, I know Miss Elaine is so proud of those kids. We've got a great group of kids, and one of the largest junior auxiliaries in the state of Texas. And that interaction between a disabled veteran, either be Korea, Vietnam, World War II, whatever, that interaction is so needed, not only for the veteran, but for that child. That child is going to learn so much more, and that veteran feels somebody actually cares for me. Because, like you said, Vietnam, there was a lot of men spit on. There was a lot of men not taken care of, and that was a travesty in our community, in our country, period. And it's something that we want to make sure that every single one of them know that there are some that still love you, like you.
Yes,
like
sir.
Yes, sir. My group of friends are all lovers of, and we want to make sure that they know that they've got that love and any way we can do it, we're going to do it.
I think that's spectacular too, starting with the youth, because most of the military and the veterans, they left really young. A lot of them are 18,
Correct.
19, 20. I mean, basically still kids ourselves. And all of a sudden, we're loading up on a bus or a plane, and we're gone. We leave all of our friends, our family, everything we knew behind, and then you wake up all of a sudden, you're in another country, and you're like, boy, life has changed, and
Yes.
things are different, and it's a lot when you're young, and a lot of us make a lot of boneheaded decisions at that time because we're young and whatever, and then you grow up and you're like, man, I got away with a lot of stuff there. Maybe shouldn't do that,
Exactly.
and all that. But it's one of those things. Coming home is often hard because it's just the military is a whole different thing than the civilian world, and I think like things like this are spectacular, and I think this is a great group, and this deal you guys have coming up on March 10th. It's I'm excited for this thing, and it's making me kind of hungry. So let's talk about this a little bit. You guys got a fish fry March 10th. Talk to me about it.
We are doing a fish fry. Our projected hope to serve is 800 plates. We are doing it at the VFW Hall here in Victoria. They have been gracious enough to let us use their facility, and I've got some sponsors that have come in and stepped up, and we thank them. I've got a list to go through with you here in a minute, but if we couldn't do it without our sponsors, we couldn't be able to pull this off.
Absolutely.
And we are so blessed to have great ones. One of my very good friends, a friend of yours, Josh Franklin with Crawfish Cajun Catering here in town, him and his wife donated all of the stuff other than the fish in the building. Everything else has been donated by them. And that just puts every more dollar towards going straight to a veteran and straight to whatever we can help with them. And just the grace that they've got for us is I appreciate all of our sponsors. I mean, Tommy Taylor at Atzenhofer, they've helped us in so many different things. Golden Corral's helping us with the fish, at least getting the fish for us, so we have a clean place and good place to get fish. Victory GMC, those guys, Caterpillar, Famosa. We've got plants that are buying plates by the hundreds and by the team. I mean, it's. I've done it before with the Costa Volunteer Fire Department. You knew I was a fireman, and I see what they do for firefighters. Firefighters a little more in your face. I got a fire. I need a guy in a red truck to come over and put it out. Like we were talking about, disabled veterans from past wars, a little bit off the back burner, not quite in your face as much, and still seeing all these big plants and all these big donors or helpers in any way. Look at those and go, I can help that. I can do something with that, and still step forward and do that. It's very humbling. I'm a big guy. I'm not small by any means, but you feel real small when you see somebody step forward the way they do. You just kind of step back and you just thank God for what they're doing through me and through our group.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, it's this Friday. This Friday coming up.
Yep.
It's 11 o'clock. 11 a.m. is when we start the drive-through. You do not have to have a ticket. It is first come, first serve.
Get there early.
And not only Josh and Misty from Crawfish Cajun Catering, not only are they donating and sponsoring, their big catering rig is actually going to come over there and help us fry everything so it is as good as possible.
Outstanding.
And Josh and his group over there have a great boil. They've also got great fried foods. And Josh is like, Brad, we'll set it up. We'll help set it up Thursday night.
Awesome.
We will rock and roll early Friday morning. We're going to teach everybody what we're going to do, and we'll rock and roll with it. And it's amazing to see how everybody's coming together at the last, that last time and everything. This is my first time with them. I've only been a part of this group a little over 6 months. I am now a lifetime member of the DAVA, and so is my wife. I started off as a sponsor to them, and I was called accidentally asking if my company could support them for their Grand Ole Opry week that they do on Tuesday nights at the VFW Hall. And we donated a bunch of pulled pork, and then the next month was Thanksgiving. And no, you're not going to serve chickens to a bunch of veterans. I'm going to get you turkeys.
Awesome.
And so we had a great opportunity to go with them. And we've been on both sides of it, the supporter side and now the supportee side, and it's neat to be able to do.
Oh, well, you guys do an awesome job. And real quick, wrapping up, 2 things real fast. Do you guys need anything from the community other than showing up and buying the things? Do you still need anything to make this a success?
Any sponsors that we still have about half of our budget for this event is still outstanding, and I'm still working with other supporters to get that. But if there is anybody that would like to do a donation to this, if you want to contact me, you can contact me at 361-571-8018. You can contact Miss Elaine Phillips at 361-220-2025. Any support that you can give to us would be greatly appreciated. If when you drive through and you just say, hey, my plate's $10, but here's a 20 and I only want 1 plate, you want to do that kind of donation, that's awesome. And that kind of supports, greatly appreciated also. But if any of the major companies want me to come out and talk to them, be happy to. We've got forms for them, so they can do it for your tax write-offs.
Perfect. Yes, sir.
And it's as a company, you always got to worry about tax write-offs. Yep. So if we can get you something that make it easier for you to donate, we're going to come over and do it.
Perfect. Appreciate it. Do you have some sponsors you want to thank real fast before we get out of here?
I do. Like I mentioned earlier, just a minute, Crawfish Cajun Catering, Tommy Taylor over at Atzenhofer for all that they do. Like I said, Caterpillar, Formosa, Victory, GMC, and Buick.
Sure, there's tons more, but
Berry Global over at Berry Plastics. Those guys, Suzanne works there, and they bend over backwards for us and do everything they can. So, but everybody in our community, whether it's $1 or $10,000, I want to thank every single one of them for what they do for us, because every dollar goes to helping some kind of veteran some way. So.
Absolutely. Well, we definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for what you do. Guys, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with our Mill of the Week.
I'm David Murphy with Chick-fil-A Victoria. Chick-fil-A made its debut in Victoria, Texas way back in 1980 with our first restaurant in Victoria Mall. 20 years later, our first freestanding location opened at Whispering Creek. Fast forward another 20 years and our licensed location opened inside the UHV University Commons. Next is our biggest endeavor yet, a massive new restaurant taking up an entire city block on Rio Grande. When it opens, we will have grown our Chick-fil-A Victoria family from 20 team members back in 1980 to more than 250 dedicated and caring people who are proud to serve our guests and community by building lasting relationships and creating unforgettable experiences. It is our pleasure to serve you, Victoria.
All right, guys, we are back with my favorite segment, the Mill of the Week. It doesn't get any better than this. My buddy John from the Chopping Block, he's the man. They got the best meats. Go check them out. What do we got today, my brother?
Man, I figured I'd go ahead and bring in some of my crawfish and shrimp boudin. Being that we have a lot of Catholics in this town, we got Lent had started about a week and a half ago or
Something like that.
So we just wanted to let everyone know that we've got a couple options for you on Fridays.
Outstanding. Well, let's get into it, man. How you want me to do this here, where I don't just pick that up and just start taking bites on camera?
Well, I definitely forgot a knife today, so that's just...
I had this feeling though, like through the magic of television, if we just stall for like just a second, and I feel like this is just gonna magically appear if she'll. Oh yeah, here we can do the magic of the snap. Ready? All right, bam. Poor Steve. He's like, this is all editing I have to do now. Oh man.
Got the crawfish coming out of there.
Yeah, man. I gotta learn to take TV bites, but. Yep. You just took more of my money. Thank you. Man, you're too good at this, man. You're too good at this. Finish that bite. Tell them one more time what we got. Because I haven't finished my bite yet, so it's on you.
This is our crawfish and shrimp boudin from the Chopping Block.
Guys, go see them. We appreciate them. We love them. We'll see you at the next one. Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.